Thank you, Chairman Graham and Senator Hirono, and I'm pleased to be with Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett, who I have known for quite a while, since her time as a counsel in the House on the Ethics Committee. I was a member of that committee, not a subject of it, but worked closely with her in that regard. I am honored to be here today to introduce two of our distinguished Ohioans before this committee. They are both here with their families. I'll allow them to introduce their families, but I will just tell you that they have been patient in waiting for this day to come. I appreciate their willingness to step forward in these important roles. Both of them have excelled in their careers and have dedicated much of their lives to public service. I support their nominations and hope the committee does as well. The first is Matt McFarland. He has been nominated to serve on the U.S. District Court for the Southern District to fill the vacancy created when my friend Judge Thomas Rose retired. We need him. Thomas Rose has already gone into retirement. Matt's a Buckeye through and through. He was born in Portsmouth, Ohio, and earned his undergraduate and law degrees in Columbus at Capital University. In fact, if confirmed, Matt will be the first person from Portsmouth, Ohio, to serve on the bench of the Southern District of Ohio, and the first federal judge to come from the Appalachian part of Ohio in 100 years. About time. Matt began his career in public service as a Scioto County Assistant Prosecutor and acted as special counsel for the Ohio Attorney General. He then served as a magistrate in Scioto County's Common Pleas Court, Probate Juvenile Division. Since 2004, Matt has served as a judge on the Ohio 4th District Court of Appeals. During that time, he also sat as a visiting judge on the Supreme Court of Ohio and the Ohio 10th District Court of Appeals. Matt's long history on the bench allows him to hit the ground running as a federal judge. Doug Cole is also appearing before the committee today. The President nominated Doug to fill the vacancy of U.S. District Court for the Southern District created when my former colleague, Judge Susan DeLotte, took senior status. Doug earned his bachelor's degree from Ripon College, as well as a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering with honors from the University of Wisconsin. He then earned his law degree with honors from the University of Chicago Law School. After graduating from law school, Doug clerked with the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 7th Circuit for Judge Frank Estabrook. From 2002 to 2006, he served as our state solicitor in Ohio in the Office of the Ohio Attorney General. In that role, he represented Ohio in briefing and arguing cases for his client in the U.S. Supreme Court, the Ohio Supreme Court, and the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 6th Circuit. Outside of the courtroom, Doug has also served as a professor of law at Ohio State University Moritz College of Law, where he has taught courses in corporations, contracts, law, and economics. Today, Doug is a partner in the law firm of Organ Cole in Columbus, Ohio, where he represents clients in complex litigation, intellectual property matters. He has argued 5 cases before the U.S. Supreme Court and more than 25 cases in the Ohio Supreme Court and the Federal Court of Appeals. And he's appeared before both state and federal courts across the country. I'm confident his depth of experience will serve him well on the bench. As was noted, these 2 district court nominees before us were recommended through a bipartisan judicial commission. I was pleased to work with my Ohio colleague Sherrod Brown and members of our bipartisan commission to recommend these distinguished nominees to the President. Both nominees have received blue slips from Senator Brown and from me. Mr. Chairman, these nominees are exceptional lawyers and great people. They have the experience and qualifications we're looking for in candidates to fill these judicial roles. If confirmed, I believe they will serve Ohio and the federal bench with honor. I'm proud to support their nominations before this committee, and I urge that both of these nominations be sent to the Senate floor soon with a positive recommendation. Thank you for hearing from me.
Thank you, Senator Portman.